everybody, we're officially live. It looks like the mic is in working order, hopefully. My daughter tripped over it earlier, so I invited her in my workshop so that she could take a look around and pick out some stickers. So that's fun. Every time she comes in here and she's well behaved, she is allowed to pick out some stickers or have a little trinket. It's kind of fun because, you know, it's like the workshop just across from her room. It's kind of like a little toy shop for her. A little bit. She'll ask for things that aren't hers or don't really belong to her too. I can't give her everything, but some things I can get for her. Anyways, I am struggling with the tripod right now. For some reason, it was kind of like really messed up when I walked in here. I don't remember it looking like that before. So I'm trying to, get it back in order. And yeah, so it's a little bit drifty and kind of wonky. So I guess I just really have to keep my eye on it to make sure it doesn't drift too much. Yeah, so. All right, so that should be good. So, everybody, I have a new little sun lion that I have added to the streams. She is set up with notifications and everything just like the other one, which is super exciting. I've also added a new theme that you can redeem with points, and it's called the chill theme. I tested it out just minutes before we started. So that's pretty exciting. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I really have to share, I think. Unless I'm missing something. And you know what, if I am, the Sun Lion Cub will tell you, because I type out the message, I type out the announcements well before I start, so very, very good. Okay, so with the last session where I left off, I was working on the background again, and I was kind of working on stuff back here. It should be kind of fading into the background, that sand and stuff like that. Yeah, so I guess we should get started on that. I'm really liking the humidifier in here. It's honestly helping my eyes. They've been dry all day long. Yeah, so awesome. Very cool, fun stuff. Just like the other one, it has just like the other theme, the chill theme has a cooldown timer as well. That one's set up so that it should only be redeemed once per stream. So, and it's not either or, so somebody could switch it to the Nightfire theme, and then another person could switch it to the chill theme, or vice versa. And whichever one it ends up landing on is pretty much the one that wins the rest of the stream. That's all I really can say about that one. It can be theme wars, you know. That would be fun, theme wars. Poured myself a little bit of night coffee so that we can get started on this. I gotta get back in the zone. It's been a few days. It's been a little bit of time. May take me some time to get into the right mindset, just to be ready for this painting stream. So for this painting, I use a lot of blues, if you couldn't tell already. I actually use three different, I want to say three different blues. I use cobalt blue, I use ultramarine, and I use cyan. And they all have their own characteristics and they all have their own purpose. Yeah, so. Okay, so I suppose I should start mixing it up now. Maybe I need to get some white and black on my palette. If only I had a separate Kim for the palette, right? camera for the pellets. Yeah, I'm really excited to get back into this. And also something really cool is I believe I'm having a weekend stream, a 4th of July stream, I believe. So Saturday, I think, I will be streaming at some point during the day. My husband gave me the green light on that one, so that's cool. It's been a while since I've done a weekend stream. I kind of wanted to do a daytime one. I'm kind of hoping for like a 4 p.m. type of stream. 4 p.m. on Saturday, just kind of a chill kind of day. It's before the fireworks, so you know, like if you're waiting on a fireworks show. Gammy loves Robin. Hi. Oh, I sent you that video of Robin earlier. How'd you like that? She did that. Okay, just fill viewers in. My daughter, I've been trying to practice Chinese with her, and she was like really into learning it before, and then she kind of stopped for a while. She learned like how to count in Chinese, and so it was like, you know, she did that, but then she kind of really dreaded listening to me or even like me just mentioning it. She just did not want me to talk about it. And then today she's just all into it again, you know. She's just she was counting in Chinese all on her own, and so I'm like, oh, I gotta get a video. She's so cute. She's really smart. To gush over my kid. Most adorable. I love how excited she got when she got it right. Super terrific Trevor, right on. You are here early this time. That's exciting. Well, thank you so much for being here. Amazing. We got company. I'm pretty stoked about that. Yes, I am. I'm just kind of working on the background right now. So yeah. I mean, I don't really have like much to do on the dragon, but I do have to really work on the background, and I kind of have to really know what I'm doing. And right now, I just don't feel like I'm quite in the mindset yet, so I have to get into the flow state. And you know how sometimes it just takes time to get into the flow state. It's not an immediate thing for sure. Okay, so those are kind of just like, you know, in the background. You have your dirt turning into background dirt. I don't know. She was so excited about it. She was super excited about. Daughter was super excited about speaking Chinese. Doing her Chinese counting. She's so smart, you know. I got her this app. She found an app, of course. She discovered it, and it's like in Turkish, but I just let her download it anyways. But it's we don't understand it, but we also kind of do, just because like it's space. It's about the planets and stuff. So it's like got a whole bunch of mini games where you can like color the planets, and you can do puzzles of the planets, and then they're just like little mini games, kind of like a Flappy Bird knockoff mini game, and she loves to play it because it's all about the planets. Oh, and dressing up the astronauts, and like it's just so, it's so up her alley, but it's only in Turkish, which is kind of a bummer. I love your new Sunla. Thank you. I love hanging out on here. Right on. We love having you here. You're really good company. I really appreciate that you're here. Yeah. Yeah, the new little sun lion, little Sunla. She is super happy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Trevor. Right on. You're awesome. I really have to mix up, like, kind of, I have to do a palette of, like, this, and then I need it to kind of fade into green, so. I will need, like, all of the primary colors for this, so let's just get that set up. I usually try to, like, limit my palette so that I'm not using too much paint at once, but sometimes you really can't get away with doing that. Sometimes you really do need all your colors. I'm not going to be using Azulite, but I do love processed yellow. If I could just open this bottle. There we go. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Perfect. Lots and lots of yellow. Oh my gosh. Too much yellow, maybe. Possibly. Okay, there's all my primaries. Let's try to mix up something that looks like that. We need a lot of white for that because it's awfully desaturated. We need a lot of yellow and red. We have to make orange. And then we really have to desaturate it with blue, but we need to use cobalt. Cobalt blue is great for blending in with other paints because it is such a thick paint. Oh, I think that's perfect. Let me check. That's so bright. I can't really use that. Actually, yeah, I can't really use that, but that's okay. We will tone it down. Tone it down. Okay. Need more yellow, need more cobalt. Okay, that's extremely saturated. I actually need more green, so yellow and blue. Because it's too warm of a color. It means there's too red, so I have to add some green to it. We have to balance it out. Balance, balance, balance. Super important. This is extremely dark. Okay. But it's pretty much right on par, just a little bit more saturated than the other stuff, which is fine. Yeah, we can work with that. Very cool. I'm really excited to be like as far as I am through this painting, because that means that I get to work on the next painting kind of soon. Oh, Trevor, you were the one that came up with that that cactus idea, right? Like the cactus dragon? Well, I gotta tell you that I shared that idea. I had mentioned that on my social media, on my private social media. My friends, I just, tried to gauge some reaction and everything like that, see what they thought of your idea. And it was very, very well received. I mean, everybody was really excited about it. Like, the comments blew up. And so I think you're really onto something with your cactus dragon idea. And I think we're pretty much go on that one. Yeah, so we'll probably end up doing that for one of the next projects. I want to try to balance 2 projects at a time. If it gets to be too much, I might dial it back. But if it's possible, I would like to try to balance 2 projects at a time. So what I would essentially do is do like, a session or 2 sessions of one painting and then swap it and do 2 sessions of another painting. or possibly just add a weekend stream or an extra stream and just do that extra day for the secondary project. Yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on that. So I do really want to do that because everybody's like super like all over it. They loved it, you know? It was a great idea. I knew it would be well received. I was just even more I was shocked because there were so many more responses than I had expected. Just because I don't normally get that many responses to begin with, like, unless it's like something that's like, I don't know, kind of crazy but it was very well received. It was a great idea. You can parade around, walk around, and say, "Ha! I was the one that came up with that idea." You can show off the painting and say, "Hey, this was my idea," because it's a great idea, you know. All right, I'm gonna cover that up just a bit, and then we're going to do the seaweed over top, all this other stuff. Woohoo! That's awesome for sure. Yeah, I was hoping that you would like that news, because that is pretty cool in my own opinion. I thought it was great, you know, and I'm all for, like, you know, ideas. If anybody wants to pitch ideas, and if I decline, I decline. There's literally zero harm in asking or even mentioning it. Like even if I just said, you know what, maybe like another time, or maybe like I wasn't too into the idea, like, it's totally okay to ask anyways, you know, or to make suggestions, things like that. The worst that could happen is I say, I'll respectfully decline. That's the worst that could happen. I feel like sometimes people are afraid to make suggestions or pitch ideas, because it's like, I would think that they're being like mean, or I would judge the idea or something. But that's not the case at all. I like to hear all the different things. If I take it, I take it. If I don't, I don't. No big deal. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Yep. Pretty excited about doing those new projects, though. I have all kinds of ideas. I also got these at Hobby Lobby with my husband and Gammy Loves Robin. I got these nice little wooden blocks that I kind of want to try to put together like a series using those. And I'll explain what I mean. One of my more recent things that I've made was a gift to my brother on a wooden block just like that, just like the ones that we just picked up. And they're wall-mounted blocks, so it's a pretty cool way to like make wall-mounted art. But essentially what I have in mind is I want to make things similar to what I made for my brother. I posted the thing that I made on Instagram, but I'll explain what it is. It's just kind of like a little painting of like a monster icon from Monster Hunter Rise of one of the monsters called Kuluyaku. Now, of course, that's fan art, and of course, I want to be doing my original art, so what I would essentially do is something similar to that and kind of a similar style, but with like dragons, like just kind of made up dragons, and do like a series of those, and then there would be like print versions of those, as well as the originals, and of course those would be like offer for, I don't know, like instead of like a full-fledged painting, since it's nothing like this, it would just be something kind of simple. I would say that they would probably run for like $35, and they would be like varnished and decked out, and like prettied up. But there would be like prints of those and stuff like that. It's just a fun idea that I have for like a series, for something that's like hand painted but just kind of more affordable than something like this, because like the full-fledged paintings, they go for like this size, they go for like a minimum of $500 once they're done. And that's obviously a very steep price. Of course, the alternative to that is just like prints. Prints are really, really good for that. But of course, it's not like, you know, it's not the original thing. I could probably do embellished prints. That's something that I wanted to try, to be real with you. But yeah, I just think I think it would be cool to do just like some hand painted things that are just a little bit more affordable. Just you know, something that even I would just, you know, I would buy. Like there are things that I personally can't afford to go buy a $500 painting. And I think a lot of us can't really do that, you know. There are some people that do have the money to spend on that kind of stuff, which is awesome. But like, you know, that's a particular bunch of people, and it's probably kind of far removed from a lot of the people that might be watching this, or I just think that it would just be so much more, it would just be so much nicer to have something in that kind of price range, is all I'm saying. It's more friendly for people like me. Even though I'm not, you know, buying my own art, I'm selling the art. It would just be cool to have different options. It would be awesome to have different options. All right. Kind of start working on this piece here. We'll get some cyan and some ultramarine, and we'll kind of paint in like some kind of like dark here we go. So 1 hour before the stream, that's when I need to start running this humidifier. The paint goes on perfectly as long as I start it a minimum of 1 hour before the stream. The paint feels so smooth tonight, and it's because of that. When I came in here earlier and I looked at my painting, and I just could tell from the air, it was dry in here. The painting was dry, and then I let it run for an hour and I kind of touched the painting, and the painting feels like it's kind of absorbed some of the moisture in the air, which is awesome. Alright, so I do need to kind of add a little bit more life over here. So there are ways that I can go about that. You know what, let me think. I do kind of want to maybe make this bit, I don't know if I want to make that brighter or darker. Alright, I have an idea, so let's give it a try. kind of like maybe make this a little bit brighter. We're gonna kind of mash it into the painting. Okay. And then we're gonna just go over all of this again. Make that seaweed. We're just gonna redo some of that seaweed there. Here too. Yep. Okay. Let's grab more paint. Getting back into that flow state. Definitely doing that. Okay, so something about these wings in particular. I think I kind of want to add like just some kind of blue because it's a very distinctly shaped wing. And the bottom part definitely comes out more, has a lot more length to the bottom piece. So I'm going to try to match that on the other side before I paint the seaweed over top. It's going to be just kind of a quick variation, like a quick version of this. It's obviously not going to be as detailed or elaborate because there's going to be like, it's just going to be painted over top. But so we do just kind of want that like shape, that general silhouette to come out. I think I did that a little bit too high, so I'm gonna try again. Just a tiny bit too high. And we do want it to come out further, I think. Okay, so it's kind of very like butterfly-like, like a very like ocean butterfly. Why does it look like the camera's not working? Why is the camera dead? Hold on, you guys. Can you hear me still? All right, I think that I'm still live. I think the camera is just dead. Hold on. Why is it dead though? That's what confuses me and concerns me. Oh dear. Let's try it now. Was this too loose? Now I'm starting to wonder. Hold on. Just gonna move all this stuff around. And then we're just gonna hope that I have it like actually charging now, because it's been plugged in. That's the weird thing. Okay, let's do this. I guess it's probably because my daughter was tripping over the cords. Yeah, I'm glad you can hear me. Okay, so that means that the mic is still working. Now, is this thing even charging? That's the weird problem. It looks like it's charging now. What's going on? Why is it only charging for like a second? Why is it doing that? That's so bizarre. Oh, wow. It just randomly disconnected. It had to have just disconnected because it says that the battery is full. It's not even that it was unplugged. It just randomly disconnected. Okay, so I think I'm going to try something really quick. I'm going to attempt once again to connect. Yeah, it says it's disconnected. Well, that's no good. Let's check this thing. Alright, we're gonna try again to reconnect the camera. I wonder what happened. It's just so odd. I wonder how long it's been like that. Alright, the app is giving me static over here. Come on now, app, you can do it. You can do it. Control your GoPro. Come on now, you can do it. Three, 7. So it looks like it's connected now to the actual hardware. So the app is connected to the actual camera itself. Camera's kind of going lopsided again. That's very irritating. Need something to stabilize this a little bit better. Yeah, I've been working kind of on the on the seaweed. Like I kind of painted over the seaweed, and I noticed when I looked over and it wasn't matching what I just did. I was just like, you know, I did a little bit more than that. I definitely did. So, all right, let's orient that down a little bit. Let's try to connect it to my 2.5 gigahertz internet. Let's try it now. Okay. It says good stream health. It says that it's connected. So let's give it a look. Leave my fingers in front of it. It looks like it's good now. Okay. I have no idea what happened there at all. I don't know why it disconnected. That was very strange. This camera is going lopsided though, and it is driving me insane. Like literally crazy. This is like completely haywire. I can't get it to just like stay straight. Oh my god. You guys, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. What is going on with this thing? Man. It's like, you know, I leave my setup for a few days and then it all just kind of goes wonky. It just hates me. There we go. Okay, very good. Awesome. Now it's working again. We're set to continue. Oh man, my paint's all drying. All right, gotta re-up on the paints. Okay, awesome. Of course, right? Okay, no worries though. Shouldn't take me too long to remix like some of these colors in here. Definitely need more yellow, more red. Kind of make like sort of desaturated, like muddy color-ish. There we go. Alright, and so I was also starting work on like this little section here where I was kind of doing like the little butterfly wing. So I'm going to try to carve out that shape a little bit better. Get into those negative spaces. Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you, Guru of the Lost Fog. You're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you very, very much. Yeah, I was just, sorry about that. I was just struggling with the camera, and of course it's, giving me flack tonight, but that's okay. Usually it's when I have it streamed for a few days and then I come back to the setup that the setup all breaks. You gotta love it, right? Technical difficulties all the way. I was always warned that streaming would be like that. So, you know, it's not like I went in not thinking that kind of stuff would ever happen. It does, and it does all the time. Either Guru or Lost is fine. Guru of the Lost Guru. Lost Guru. Are you Lost Guru with a new account? If you are returning, welcome back. And thanks so much for being here. Renamed. Oh, renamed. Nice. Hey, were you the one that was saying that you were talking about the game that you're developing? Or have a hand in development? That name it just rings a bell for me, and I'm pretty sure that's what I'm remembering. Right on! Oh, I'm so glad that I remembered that. I remember that conversation. Yes, that was awesome. How's that coming along? How's that project? I'm sure it's a really long project, so I'm sure you're probably pretty far from complete, but you know, making a game takes time, you know? Especially when it's not just some kind of simple game, you know, like there'll be like clone games or simple, like easy, like games that are just clones of other games, like some easy to program like Flappy Bird or something. It's not like that. You're doing like this in-depth story, in-depth like game. You probably have to do a whole lot of balancing, and like there's a lot of numbers and stuff like that. Haven't been working on it due to my landscaping job. Oh, totally understandable. My husband used to work in landscaping. How's that going? Are the summers pretty brutal? Or, I don't know where you're at, but, you know, in the northern hemisphere, we've got summer, so it sounds like it's pretty brutal. Yeah, definitely not easy, that's for sure. Landscaping is very, very, very taxing job. Physically taxing. And of course, you're gonna be like, you know, super tired when you get at home, when you finally get home and you're finally ready to chill. It's like you're not gonna want to work on, even though it's your passion project, it's just like, you know, you just can't really dedicate that kind of time, your relaxation time. You gotta be like, you know, peppy and have the vigor and everything like that to work on something like that. For sure. Thunderstorms, heat waves, droughts, etc. Sounds like a lot of things. thunderstorms, heat waves, and droughts. It's a lot going on. Yeah, for us, we are entering our monsoon season, which is awesome because then we actually kind of get some precipitation when otherwise everything is drought. Just because, you know, it's the desert, so we just don't get a lot of rain. And yeah, I mean, it's good because we're starting to get like some weather that that just kind of like cools things off just a bit. So it's not perfect. I will say that it is not perfect by any stretch, because it is still very hot. Like the clouds and everything like that only cool it down so much, but it does cool it down significantly. Like today, I think it was like 107, and we had some clouds, so that was good. I was like, we finally get a little bit of a break, and then I think later in the week it's gonna get a little bit cooler, but I'm not really sure if that's actually going to happen, or if that's just, you know, weather forecast lying. But you know, it's something to look forward to. Just super excited about it. We're in the middle of summer maintenance. Brutal. Doesn't it get, like, you know, calmer in the winter? I don't know if that's just an Arizona thing, but like winter stuff, you know, kind of dies off, so there's really not a whole lot that you can do. That's just stuff that I'm, you know, kind of vaguely remembering from when my husband worked in landscaping, I should say. Yeah, here we go. I'm kind of like getting into that flow state groove over here. What would you do? Shovel 5 tons of gravel with a spade or a fork? 12 years of pretty much with a comically large fork. What would you do? Shovel 5 tons of gravel with a spade or fork, 12 yards of mulch. Sorry, I'm really far away from the chat right now. With a comically large fork. Oh, well, it sounds like the mulch would probably fall through a little bit. I'm not really sure. It doesn't sound like a good time, though, I'll tell you that. I'm not too into that, you know, the landscaping thing. I wouldn't be able to do it. No way. No way. I'm too pampered. I really enjoyed, like working as, like, a barista. That was, like, what I enjoyed. I'm good with the customer service. Customer service is cool with me. Of course, customer service is customer service, so like you do have to kind of deal with the strange people. But you know, it's still definitely, to me, more preferable than working in landscaping or, you know, just some kind of outdoorsy job. Especially out here, man. Like, I feel so bad for people who are, like, landscaping and stuff, who, like, work out in the desert. It's just not okay. It's not okay. Oh. this is so much fun. I love painting the seaweed. Either are bad, but the mulch is easier. I would definitely go with the mulch personally. Shoveling rocks isn't fun. I can tell you that from the first-hand experience. It's really, honestly, really hard to shovel rocks. Yeah. I'm not, you know, everybody, I'm sure, has their preferences, but I just feel like most people probably lean more toward the mulch. The mulch is, softer, but it also seems kind of frustrating. Yeah, I don't think I could really do that type of job myself, but I do respect you for doing it. That is awesome. There needs to be people who are willing to actually, you know, take those types of jobs. I mean, there are some people who are like genuinely just like good with the manual labor. I know my friend's husband, he's a carpenter and he loves his job. He loves what he does. He's always like, you know, working on houses, up on rooftops, and just, you know, dying in the heat, and, you know, building and constructing, and it's just like, it's his passion though, you know? And that's kind of cool, you know? Like, some people just really have a passion or a drive or are just really good at those types of things. I'll stick to my painting. I'm super basic. Last week was bad for you. Oh no! Was the weather just absolute dog crap, or like what? What on earth, man? So sorry about that. Glad it's over then, huh? Okay, doing the seaweed. Seaweed, seaweed. Paint is so much easier to spread with this humidifier. Holy smokes, it makes like a world of difference. I can do like long strokes of paint without having to like fuss with the canvas and scream at it. It's pretty exciting. I know I sound crazy, but it's just super exciting. I'm glad that your last week was over though. Hopefully things just improve for now. Oh man, I'm just like, I'm enjoying the paint. I notice I get into the flow state a little bit quicker when I do have this humidifier going, because I can spread paint so easily, and it's like, If there were like cameras on my pupils, they're probably like super dilated because I'm just so fascinated with the way that paint just like kind of smooths in. I'm just super weird. That's all there is to it. Oh, so bad. Oh, let's see. Let's see this. Monday, whack by branch. Ooh. Tuesday, fall, like pallets fell, scraping my right side in the process. Ugh. Wednesday, stabbed in the back of the hand by a branch. Ow. Thursday, stung by a wasp. Jeez. Friday, rolled over my ankle on a, no way, on a curb. Ooh. Seaweed looks tasty. Delish. Man, I do I do enjoy seaweed. Oh, that sounds brutal, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds terrible. Super terrible. Oh, dreadful. Okay. Well, I'm glad that awful, horrible week is over. Don't have another week like that. Be careful. Be careful, mister. Yeah, here we go. And then we're just gonna kind of lead this in. And that as well. Just nice brush strokes that are just super, super clean. I'm really enjoying the brush strokes. It's just fun. I am nerding out over this, you guys. Nerding out over the way the paint just goes on smooth and nicely. Let's see how it looks through the camera. Oh my gosh, my camera's drifting again. Are you kidding me? Oh, this thing's going to kill me. This camera is overheating. That's really freaking me out that it does that. I'm not really sure why it does that. But it does. Not really positive why. But I'm trying to get this thing to just kind of stay like in a position where it's like straight, because it just drips and it drives me completely insane. I hardly ever get hurt. That sounds like a week in Home Alone, in the Home Alone movie as a bad guy, for sure. Many better weeks ahead of you. Yes, I agree. Seems like maybe your good fortune has caught up to you so far, right? Maybe you've been super lucky to not get hurt and then it all just kind of hit you at once. But hey, at least it's like a bandage ripping off. Maybe it's all done and out of the way. Who knows? But all I can say is just be super careful. Please. Please be super careful. I kind of want to add some like just really awesome. Very cool. There we are. Alright. Add a little bit of cyan, a little bit of yellow. Whole bunch of yellow. A lot of yellow. Let's try and like do something with this seaweed. We're gonna try to make it look a little bit more defined. I'm just gonna keep trying to like work the seaweed. This is kind of reminding me of painting the fire, actually. Like, it's totally different for sure, but it's kind of the same. Like the way that the texture is, and you have like this big mass and it has to like, oh gosh, it's just like when I painted the fire in the last one. It's so similar. The last time I was hurt was back in 2017 summer camp. And that event is a story. Oh boy. Well, I'm all for it, man. If you want to talk about your story, you talk about your story, because I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm just painting. And we're just chilling while I paint, so... Oh my gosh, I've already been streaming for an hour. Half of it I've been battling my camera. Come on now, stupid camera. Why does it keep drifting? This is seriously going to drive me super insane. Oh. Will this like stay? Oh my gosh, it's seriously making me crazy. I can't get the tripod to stop drifting. It's like, it is seriously going to drive me insane the whole time. Oh, wow. I mean, I had it all set up just fine. You know, there is something that I can do though. I can quite possibly try to stabilize it with zip ties, which sounds totally crazy, but I do have zip ties. So maybe that's something worth trying. Maybe like while we're on break or something. And then I can come back with zip ties and then get that all figured out, and then like, I don't know. I do have a break screen though, so I do want to get that fixed. You guys, I'm going to be having like a weekend stream. It does appear that I actually, and I'll have to advertise that too, because I don't normally stream on weekends, and when I stream it's normally at nighttime like this. So yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool to do a weekend stream. It seems like I've got the green light to do that. Yeah, it'll be good. I don't normally do that, so I don't think really anybody's expecting any such thing, but I'm pretty excited to share that. Pretty excited. Oh my goodness. This is just... wow. I just love this humidifier. I can't stop raving about it. The last time, it didn't do too much good for me for a while because I turned it on a bit late, like a half an hour before the stream, when really I need to get it started like super early, an hour before the stream, minimum. Okay. Oof. Illuminating Luna! There's no way to tighten the tripod? Well, normally, but listen, I've got a jerry rig set up. This tripod top is not compatible with this camera's screw-in stand. So unfortunately, this tripod was designed for a different type of hardware, so I kind of did like a little jerry rigged, like, you know, crisscross of tape. It's really bad looking, but it's the only tripod that I have that's tall enough for this setup. I went ahead and I did it, and it's the best that I can do, but if I can just tighten it and make it a little bit more just fastened and stable, which I think the zip ties will probably help with, then I think it'll be good. but it's unfortunately not compatible with my little camera here. But I like to use it with my camera a whole lot, so so I'm doing it anyways. Yeah. 2 fellow scouts were with me at the time. We hiked up a cliff. I stood on a very loose stone which gave way. Fell 30 feet and tumbled a further 20 feet. Only ended up with a large bruise on my left inner forearm. Oof. Wow. That's a really lucky, that's a lucky, it's lucky that you got out of it with just a bruise, practically unscathed, because that's ridiculous. That sounds like it would kill a person. Holy crap. Alright, so I guess I'm going to take a really quick break. I have the timer set for 10 minutes, so I guess I'll just go grab coffee or something and then go grab some zip ties. Oh my gosh, it's Creative Devil! Hello! Welcome. Welcome, welcome. You're catching me just as I'm about to take off onto a break. Yeah, I'm going to try to fix up this whole tripod setup because it's all slanted and it's driving me nuts. Totally nuts. And I know that I can do better. It's just not quite there. It looks so bad. Coffee, night coffee. If I was your neighbor, you could make me be your senior camera tripod holder. That would be cool. Yeah, have the camera crew in here, you know. They have those stabilizers, you know, like the things that are kind of like on a teetery thing, and then it keeps the camera steady. I don't know what I'm talking about, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go on a really quick break, and I'll be right back in 10, you guys. Damn it. Zip ties aren't fitting. Hey guys. I'm trying to work with the zip ties, but I'm gonna do the All right, so I think that I've kind of stabilized it, and now it's just a matter of getting everything back into frame. Hey guys! All right, so let's catch up on everything. I love how the piece is turning out. Can't wait to see the finished result. Thank you so much, Creative Devil. You're so sweet. Anybody here a fan of Kingdom Hearts? Oh, just hanging out. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. I had a lot of friends who played that. I personally, I can't say that I've actually played it, but I've watched some gameplay, if that counts. I have no idea if that does count, so let's just adjust and move this thing until it's kind of more in frame. I feel like the way that it's cropped on my screen, but like this whole live stream is literally just me fixing my setup. Please don't hate. All right, and then just like twist that direction. And then honestly, that's probably as good as it's gonna get. I think that I've somewhat solved the drifting problem, but it's still not perfect, but it's as good as it'll get. I just want to get on with the painting, and that's the important part, right? Few boss fights are difficult. Boss fights. Doing the boss fights. I imagine so. I've heard good things about the game. Honestly, it hasn't really been like a whole mixed bag either. I think mostly the people who have talked about it are pretty positive about it. About the series, I should say, because it's multiple games. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, so let's go ahead and add some more green. Green, green, green. So much green. So much. Alright, so we're just gonna, like, honestly, just paint seaweed. I'm just kind of doing whatever right now. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Yep, so we're just kind of winging it. And that's just how it is. Yep, so I'm just gonna try to kind of like make it look somewhat believable. Like, this is seaweed. Like, you look at that and say, yeah, that is seaweed. That's the idea. Cough. Marshmallow cough. Is there a marshmallow boss? Marshmallow. Oh my gosh. Hold on. So I heard a squeaky sound. Did that mean, it meant... It sounded like a sub. Was I wrong? I heard the squeaky sound. And I feel like there was a sub in there. I want to acknowledge it so I can say my thanks. Or maybe that's a... I think I did this last time. A host? Is that a host? The name of the boss fight is the marshmallow thing. Oh, okay. So you might, since you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you might have noticed that there is a soundtrack, possibly, I mean, if you've come across it so far, there's a soundtrack in my playlist that is a Kingdom Hearts track. It was suggested to me by somebody, a friend, to add to the playlist. If anybody has any video game music that they think that I should add, please feel free to make suggestions. You can always do that in like a whisper or anything like that, and then I'll take a look at it. I actually, funny enough, I actually like to use Kingdom Hearts Insider, the website, to gather all of my video game soundtracks. And some of them are copyright claimed. So if I ever run into an instance where, like, you know, the audio is muted either on here or it can't be added to YouTube or that gets struck, then I just remove it from my playlist. So it just really depends. So like, yeah, so if I kind of get the if I kind of get a little slap on the wrist for using a soundtrack, then I won't use it anymore. But yeah, suggestions are definitely welcome though. Oh, you hosted! Thank you so much, Trevor. You rock. You rock my socks. Alright. I appreciate that very, very much. I just wanted to acknowledge that because I heard the sound and I looked over, but I couldn't catch it fast enough. And I was like, oh no, what happened? And then I was checking the thing up in the side over there on my interface. It usually tells me if there's like a sub, and so I was just like, I don't see any differences, so I don't know what I missed. I felt like I missed something, and okay, so that's awesome. Just want to acknowledge everything that happens because it's important. It is important that everyone is recognized for being amazing and super supportive. It means a lot to me, it really does. I love it when you guys were doing the birds. You're redeeming the bird points. My Brewster and my Pecco. My super good boy. I showed Pecco some time ago when I first set up the rewards, and I showed him like how I made like pixel art of him, and he was confused. So my bird Pecco, my lovebird, he's so funny. He recognizes like art. So like he will watch me paint. If he's awake and I take him in on like a daytime stream, which sometimes I will take him in to the workshop so that he can hang out and watch me because he wants to. He recognizes that this is like, you know, art that I'm working on. He comes up and he like looks at it up close, and he just like looks at it and just watches me make it, and he looks so enamored with what I'm doing. And I've seen other people with like who are artists with birds who do the same thing. It seems like they're just so intellectual and they can just tell. But anyways, he understands the concept of traditional art, but when it comes to the digital art, he has watched me like work on that, but he genuinely looks confused. When it comes to the digital art, and I made the little sprite work of him, he looked confused. He didn't understand what I was like showing him. It just wasn't working, you know. He's so funny like that. I'm doing a no death run on critical in Kingdom Hearts 3. That sounds extreme, dude. That sounds like super tough. That sounds like you know. It reminds me, you know, Fire Emblem. The last one that I ever played was oh, what was it called? Fire Emblem Awakening. It's an old one. It was on, well, I call it old. I feel old, man. It feels new still, but it's not new. That one was a 3DS game, and I was super stoked about it because, like, at that time, there hadn't been, like, a new a new Fire Emblem game in a very, very long time. And the one that I had played before that was Shadow Dragon. So that was kind of like a long wait in between. I know that they made the that one on the DS, and it's a remake of, I think, like the original, like the first one on NES, pretty sure. But I digress. I'm going off. But anyways, there's this difficulty that you can unlock on it, and it's like, I don't remember what it's called. It's like something plus plus. It's like you have to unlock, there's like an easy, medium, and hard mode to start, and then you can choose like to play classic or the new version, where like classic would be like if a unit dies, they die off permanently. And then if you choose like the newer version, like they still come back in the next quest, so nobody, like, there's no permadeath. And I think like you unlock the other modes by doing like, I think classic and the hardest modes that you can do, and then you would like unlock like the hard difficulty, and then the plus hard difficulty, and then like the plus hard difficulty, which I think is the worst. And it's like all RNG, dude. You have to like rely on the RNG to be like extremely good to you, or else you will not win. It gives you like these weapons that are like sure to fail. It starts you off like pits you up against these enemy units that are like, you know, powerhouses, juggernauts that just take you out in one hit, and you have to rely on them missing even though their accuracy is like way above yours. And it's just extreme, dude. I never got past, I think, the first 4 chapters. Like, I just gave up after that. It was so hard. It was literally just like, trial and error. I had to soft reset over and over and over, and that's what they tell you to do in the guides too. I was like, am I doing something wrong? And I ended up looking it up, and I was like, oh, I'm not. They really just made it like this. Oh, it's so bad though. Nearly died twice in the same world. Screw adrenaline. Adrenaline. I am so stupid. Let me read it from the other chat where I can actually see. Arendelle and screw its world. I was like, why does it look like adrenaline? I'm pretty sure that's like capitalized, so it's probably a name. Yeah. I can't see it on the tablet. I don't know who I'm trying to fool. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, though. Like, they really, no joke, make like, at least they make hard difficulties in games. I will give it that, because a lot of things, honestly, a lot of games have been kind of made to be a little bit more like new person friendly, to kind of get people on board and buying their games lately. And I think a lot of people have been kind of upset about that. I feel like Pokemon games need to start like adding like different difficulties because it's just gotten so easy that it's kind of like a snooze fest. Like, I don't know, that maybe that's just my opinion, but I just feel like there needs to be the option there, you know? Because I feel like some people want higher difficulties. I know a lot of people were really complaining about the new Pokemon games. In that regard, definitely making it more approachable for people. I know that the diehard fans don't like that. It's just funny because, like, as far as Pokemon goes, you have your fan base. They are, for the most part, creating their own artificial difficulty in which they do, like, the Nuzlocke challenge or things like that. So they just design something to create some difficulty. And I noticed that, like, that's such a common thing where everyone's got to do the Nuzlocke challenge, or, you know, like whatever the new thing is. I don't think Nuzlocke's dying anytime soon, but you know what I mean? Like, there's always some artificial difficulty that somebody invents so that they can have that experience. It's really quite silly. The next world, the Caribbean, or Fransokyo? Like Francisco Tokyo? What is that? Some hybrid place? That sounds kind of cool. Yeah. I have never played a Kingdom Hearts game ever. Not once, not ever. Let's try and get a little bit of ultramarine in here. Boy, I was just ranting about Pokemon for a minute there, huh? That was fun. Everybody knows how I could really rant about Pokemon. I love the franchise dearly. I really do. It comes from a place of love. My complaints come from a place of love for the franchise. Big Hero 6 World, or Pirates of the Caribbean World? Big Hero 6 World. Is that... They added that and that's in Kingdom Hearts? I didn't even, like, know that that was a Disney movie. Big Hero 6. That's so funny. I'm so out of touch, dude. It just reminds me of just how, like, out of touch I am. Okay. Let's try and add some really good highlights in here. Okay. We want these flowing little seaweed leaflets to just kind of caress this little dragon here. Well, he just kind of sits there on his little bit of seaweed over here. I think that looks pretty okay. I might want to add a little something to separate it, so maybe using like a little bit of ultramarine to kind of line the backside. Let's see. Big Jerk 6 World is Fransokyo. Big Hero 6 World at Big Jerk 6. I like Big Jerk 6 better. Dude, that's a hilarious typo. How are you? Oh, yay. That's kind of funny. Marvel knockoff before acquiring Marvel. Are you taking off? Are you saying goodnight? Well, thank you so much for being here, dude. I really, really appreciate you. I'm so glad that you were able to stop by. Thank you so much for being here. I just want to know, like, the night thing. It meant, like, good night, like you're taking off? Could be. Could be. Well, I hope you have an awesome, fantastic night. And I thank you for joining me. Very, very cool. Let's see. Oh yeah. I love the way this paint is going on. Once again, I'm nerding out over the paint. It's just such a nice feel to it. Like, it's just so... Paint is just so much nicer when it's like you've got the humidifier going and it's just nicer to deal with. It makes a world of difference. We'll say that. Okay. Get some cobalt blue in here. Get a nice little dingy green. Okay. Then we'll kind of add some more. Even one that kind of like caresses the side over here on the little arm, on the little baby dragon arm. There we go. Very cool. Let's try and add some more. I just kind of like decided that I'm working on Seaweed tonight, apparently. I don't know when that decision happened or when that occurred, but like I just decided, really, and then I just kind of rolled with it, I guess. And apparently that's what we're doing. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah. Cool. Okay. And we're gonna have that kind of like do some like texture stuff down here. And we'll add some cobalt blue and some cyan. And just line the bottom over here. Okay. Cobalt blue, cyan. Mix it. Okay. This is very fun. This is very relaxing. Yay, chill theme. There it is. It's super blue. What do you guys think? Theme wars. Alright, so let's see. Alright, what else can I do here? Alright, so I think I'm going to quite possibly maybe work on this like clam a little bit more, because that definitely needs work for sure. It's pretty, I like it. Yay! I'm so glad you like it. It's super blue. Super incredibly blue. It's kind of fun, you know? It's fun to like design the different themes. Like, I'm really having a blast with that. I honestly just really enjoyed, like, I'm enjoying making the channel point rewards and stuff like that, and just all the customization that you can do on Twitch. It's amazing. There's so much stuff that you can do. There's like too much to decide on too. Like, it's just a lot. I'm looking for magenta. There it is. Perfect. Oops, I got it all over my thumb. That's nice. We're finger painting tonight. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't want to finger paint. I know some people really enjoy it, but that's not me. I don't like getting my hands messy. Alright, so let's see. I kind of wanted to use like some kind of... I know I wanted to do like some kind of clam thing over here. I think I'm gonna try to like redo this a bit. Like, it's kind of no good. Don't know how to say this nicely to myself, but I didn't do very good. A galaxy colored theme would be fun. Ooh, now we're talking. Wonderful idea. Wonderful idea, honestly. I'm getting all sorts of ideas in regards to that. I really... would like to do that. I think it would be good for me to start looking around for like assets to use to implement into stuff like that. Make themes out of some, you know, free assets. Free, royalty-free free assets. So I mean, like royalty-free. Not necessarily free. I might end up having to pay for some, because I know like you can buy royalty-free packs of assets, and I tend to use those types of things a lot. They're free for commercial use. And yeah, the licensing allows you to use them for things like that, which is pretty awesome. There are a lot of sites where you have to like pay for a membership, and then you can download like so many things a month. I might sign up for one of those again. I had one before, I forget what it's called. They have a leaf for a logo, and it's for like just stock. Or I signed up for, I think 2, but at different times. I have a lot of assets. Like, I just have so many assets compiled on my computer. And it's just awesome. Like, it's so cool that we live in this day and age where we can just share stuff like that. I kind of want to, like, make some stuff, too, and share that as well. That's something that I actually want to implement on my Discord at some point, is for artists. Digital assets for artists. Because I want to be able to make stuff like that. Because I can make like Photoshop brushes and Photoshop shapes. Those are actually quite fun. Shapes, I like to do brushes, layer styles. I actually already have layer styles. I have one that I used to have for sale, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna give it away, really. I have this layer style that I designed a couple years ago that's cookie dough. So like basically I took pictures of ice cream that was scooped, so it kind of looks like it has like this texture almost like cookie dough. It's got like kind of like this rough like texture a little bit. So I took pictures of scooped ice cream. I turned that into a graphic. And then I had chocolate chips and I put them in my scanner. Of course, they were in a sealed plastic bag, so of course the chocolate didn't touch my scanner, don't worry. And then I scanned those, just all these chocolate chips, and then I turned it into a pattern. And I put them together, and then I made all these different cookie dough layer styles. So you can just, with a click in Photoshop, apply it to, like, say if you like, on a layer just started like painting with white and then applied the style, it would turn it into what looks like cookie dough, which is so much fun. Or you could like do text and you can just like type in something with the text tool and then turn it into cookie dough. It's so much fun. I like to make those. And I, didn't have any luck selling that for like $1 or anything like that. Nobody wanted to buy that. Or they just didn't understand what it was. I'm not sure. But of course, I was selling it on Etsy, so probably not. I think there are websites for stuff like that. But Etsy wasn't it, man. I think people who are buying digital files on Etsy are more likely looking for things like SVG files to make their t-shirts with or something. Like they just want to load it up into their Cricut and have no trouble, I'm guessing. So I think that there's probably a place for that, and Etsy's just not it. I remember the cookie dough. That's awesome. Yeah, I did that little presentation video, which was super awful. I should make a different presentation video because it was really bad. My configuration settings in Photoshop were making the background flicker, and there was just something wrong with like my processor. It was like it was not good quality. So like the fact that I posted that still kind of like makes me cringe a little inside. But you know what? It was a really fun project, and I want to make more like that. It was a really fun project. And I do think that I want to be able to make assets for other artists to use. Just kind of help each other out, you know? Another thing I want to try doing is making like coloring sheets of my already created art. So I would just go in and make some really nice quality like adult coloring pages of my art, like something like this, and then I would just basically turn it into a coloring page. So I would like go into Adobe Illustrator and then just create a really nice vector file that's just black and white with lines where you can just color however you like, and just have all the different sections for color and like section it up and everything. I have this whole plan. I want to do that. It's gonna be fun. I'd be so interested to see how people color this stuff. Like, it would just be so fun to see. Like, how would people, if you got to choose the colors of like the dragons and stuff, like my Twilight Dragon, if you got to choose the colors, what would you turn it into? Because you could literally make it anything. I enjoyed my time hanging out here. I'm gonna get some sleep now. Love and blessings to you. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for being here. You hung out for a good amount of time, man. You've been here for a while, and I really appreciate you. I like the conversations that we have. And we also really loved your cactus dragon idea. That was very, very well received. Thanks so much once again for being here, and I hope you have an awesome night, Trevor. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so this clam, I feel like I kind of want to make it like Well, kind of want to make this part a lot brighter. So we probably have to like up the contrast on this thing. I'm thinking so. Anyways. This, of course, this right here, I kind of want to just, something just tells me I kind of need to blend this so that it's not like super gaping open. I'm not really sure how else to describe that. Okay, so let's see. I kind of want to make this like much lighter. So let's kind of like add some white. Wow, my paint's drying, but it's not drying like awful. It's not like drying all over the place. So that's a positive thing. Right, let's see. What can I do for this lovely clam right here? Let me think. Let's think what to do. What to do? I'm just going to mix up some magenta and cyan. I just want to make this much lighter, really. It's just gotta be a lighter clam. That's really what I'm going for right now. We're just gonna kind of like redo a lot of this. We'll make it nicer though, don't worry. Don't you worry. And then I do want to have like a little bit of seaweed kind of come up around the edge here too. I feel like that would be nice. Okay, so kind of like the overall color, just kind of want to make it a little lighter over here. I'm just gonna kind of blob on the white over here. We'll just kind of make it look like that. Blend it. Okay, there we go. All right, and then let's make a little bit of violets. Really quick. That mixed very quickly. Okay. Make violet, a little bit more violet. I think I want to make it darker. Get some more cobalt in there. Cobalt. And Naphthalene red. Okay. We are just going to get kind of like the general shapes down, and then we're going to start kind of adding on layers of detail. Detail comes in layers. Okay. Just kind of have it lead into the white over here. Very cool. And then I'm actually going to have this quite a bit darker. There we are. Starting to get kind of late now, huh? 11:30. 11:35, bedtime. For everybody. Let's try and get some of this dark over here. Just gonna do like really quick blending. Some really fast blending over here. Right? Okay, we're gonna grab some more magenta. Okay, awesome. Let's just kind of blend that until I can't really blend it much more. Okey-dokies. Let's kind of start like adding in those violets. Get kind of our gradients. Everything blends so much smoother tonight. I sure do treat acrylic paints like they're oil. It's pretty strange. All right. Let's get a little bit of black. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I think I really want to add black to this. Just kind of have that kind of blend. Just like that. All right. We are going to make this clam look a little bit more lifelike, believable, as I always say. Just a little more believable. And then if I can add just a little bit of ambient light on the opposite side of the shell here. Just kind of do something like that. I think that looks pretty correct-ish. I'm not really sure. I'm just winging it. Really, I'm just winging it. A whole bunch of magenta. Okay. Not quite though. It's not as dark as I want it to be. So let's just make that a bit darker. Okay, here we go. I feel like magenta has to just kind of lay over this for it to work. It's definitely not blending in with the other paints. That's fine though. Okay. More magenta. Magenta. If I'm struggling this much with the clam and the seaweed, imagine how bad it's gonna be once I finally get to the coral. That's going to be a struggle. Okay. Wow, that's way too bright. Okay, but I think I can still use it, honestly. Sorry I'm mumbling, you guys. I am just like kind of in that flow state, that zone. You know what I'm talking about. I am in the flow state. Okay. All right. Awesome. Good. Enough. That needs to be darker. Just blob on some magenta over here and hope for the best. Blob on paint and hope for the best. That's what it is. I'm enjoying it though. I am definitely enjoying the process, and that's what's important. Oh, it'll be so much fun to do coloring pages. Oh my gosh. I would thoroughly enjoy that. I would. Okay, so that's super smooth. Now we need to start adding some details. Let's see. Details. We need violet, but we need it to be ultramarine. Add a little bit of cyan, make it very, very blue. Blue-violet. And we'll just kind of test the waters along. How am I gonna do this? Along these ridges. I don't know what I'm doing. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Add a little bit of white and magenta to that, and we can turn it into a thicker paint. Okay. Let's see, how does that look from a distance? Right. Let's add some white ridges. Okay, how's it looking now? Right, let's look at it through the camera. It's not looking as blended through as I wanted to, but I think that's just a matter of blending it a little bit more. I imagine. Perhaps kind of using that as like a little separator. And then let's grab some of this darker color again. Kind of get into the negative spaces there. Now it's looking, I think, a little bit better, maybe slightly. If I can just keep that up, I guess. Just kind of pull these ridges in over here. It's hard to say. But I definitely think that I should be darkening that up over there as well. Trying to add some of this. Add some of this violet. Okay. And let's go ahead and kind of blend that into the white, or the pale, I should say, because it's kind of pale. Not exactly white. That should just kind of blend a little bit. And we shall add the ridges. Dark ridges. Okay, how is that looking? I think a little bit better. Working on a clam. But I do need to make this a little bit brighter so I can get our nice little highlights in. Okay. Kind of want to connect these. Add some whites. I should almost kind of do what I did before and add kind of like a vertical line. A vertical line. And then from there I can just kind of let that line just dance along. That seems like a little too much white paint, but you know, maybe it's not. Maybe it's all good. Sure looks interesting. I sort of almost want to do something kind of crazy with the color over here. I want to do something like an ambient light that's kind of reflected off of the clam. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just letting it happen. I'm just so confused. Silly clam painting. I'm not here to paint clams, I'm here to paint dragons. What have I done? Oh my goodness. I do need more white though. I need more cyan. Okay, white and cyan. Time to ruin this. Time to butcher this. Okay. Right. We're gonna paint a bit of blue over top the white. Whatever it is I'm doing, I have no idea. So far, it's looking pretty wacky. If I do say so myself. Guess I don't have a whole lot to say, you guys. Sorry I'm so quiet. Just hitting that flow state, you know, I'm just kind of... I'm in the zone, but I also don't know what I'm doing. Right. Very fun. Almost done, I feel. Possibly. Almost done with this piece anyways. Struggling with the clan. Okay. Perhaps I can kind of go over that a bit. Right. What am I thinking of it now? I think it looks a little bit better, personally, than it did. I would say it probably looks a little better. Okay. Yeah, okay, right on. So then also there's these little things right here, little pipings, little tube, tube worms, I think is what they're called. They're a type of coral. But I need to look at like coral reefs and really try to capture that like botanical coral reef look. I almost want to just look at some right now, and then just kind of study up on them, and then just start tackling like some of the colors and try and get it like maybe behind this fin over here or somewhere around here or something. It's really hard to say, but let's look at some pictures. I'm liking the blues in it that allow it to flow into the piece more. Well, thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm trying to get like some of that ambient light, just capture some of the blue because the water is definitely reflecting a lot more blue. So it's almost like, you know, light that travels through blue stuff is going to reflect blue. But yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to kind of understand like the physics of the light and the water, and it's kind of difficult. I think that once I start like kind of painting in more, I'm going to have to start adding like some of those you know, like the highlights of the water reflecting onto things, and I feel like that's going to be a very difficult task. I feel like it's going to be kind of challenging. But maybe it won't be as bad as I think that it is. Maybe. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know. But we'll see. Alright. Let's go ahead and search up some pictures of coral reef. Coral reef images. I see some that have, oh my goodness, all sorts of colors. That one is extremely colorful. A lot of these do have kind of something that I'm noticing is they kind of all have like some kind of base tone or mid-tone color. So essentially what I could probably do is like pick a color that would look okay over here. Something that's kind of like a mild color. Something that looks like it would blend in. I see yellows, pinks, and greens. And then there are lots of tans as well. There are a lot of tan. Oh my goodness, that is so gorgeous. Okay, I'm looking at like this. It's a really oh wait, no, it's a better picture than I imagined, but like, oh my goodness. I don't know how well you can actually see that on the camera, but it is super pretty. Looks like branches and stuff like that. There's some more flat ones. I think I kind of want to go with some more flat looking coral reef. I think that's kind of what I want to do. So I'm going to study up on that. And we're going to start picking some colors. I think I'm going to do like a base color. Maybe something that's kind of more like the horns color, like that kind of pinkish, so that it doesn't stand out too much. And then we can start like building it from there, I guess. I'm really gonna wing it. I have no idea what I'm doing. So, but I think it would be really good to get a good start on that. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna have a lot of magenta. Let's see, a lot of magenta. Quite a bit of probably fluorescent pink and yellow. Okay, nice. Alright, we are mixing up a color here. And it is turning out super pretty. It's like a salmon color. So something like this. It looks incredibly pink. Okay, so definitely going to need to start like just kind of doing some like shapes and general just like really kind of like loose blob shapes, because we're just gonna begin on the underpainting of it, and then we can start layering on more details as we go. Okay. Let's see here. And of course, as it gets further away, we just kind of make these a little bit smaller. We kind of want some like varied shapes in here. Hopefully what I do is going to end up making some sense. I truly have no idea. No. Uh-huh. All right. Super highly experimental. Gonna watch me struggle with this for a little while. Just winging it until I get it, you know? Alright. So, that. I also kind of want to do like add some of that coral color like over here. Okay, super. And then, and then also like kind of in the background before I start building up the coral reefs so much, I do actually want to add some seaweed over here. Just a bit of seaweed, just a bit of life over there. And possibly some over here as well. All right. I think first I'm gonna start kind of like adding we'll figure out what we want to do with that in a little bit, but yeah. Let's start on that seaweed in the wet drop. It looks like I'm going to need more Nah, looks like I got it. I have my yellow and my different blues. I have like a million different blues out right now. Alright, so I kind of want to like... I do know that that needs to kind of blend and turn like... It needs to turn blue. Yeah, that's gonna need to turn like actually much more blue, I think. I need this cyan for the background. Okay. Cyan. Actually gonna start with the cyan, I think. Okay. I'm gonna use the cyan and then we'll try and like lead that in. We'll lead that into more color as it gets a little bit closer in, but the further out it is, the less green we're actually going to be able to see. It'll be more like a silhouette. And then as it comes in a little closer, as we start moving in a little closer, it'll start to turn a little bit more green, but the further out it is, the less we're going to actually see that kind of detail. Okay, very cool. We're actually going to start kind of seeing some green in here. But I think that I need to make it like quite a bit. I don't know if I need to make it darker or lighter. Almost just more blue, I suppose. Let's see. I need to use some ultramarine and yellow. Okay. So this is a kind of like a really dark, almost desaturated, maybe even too desaturated. Hard to say, man. I feel like something about it isn't quite right. Okay, here we go. A little more of that, a little more ultramarine, I'm thinking. Very cool. And then let's get some taller seaweed in here. Let's get it like nice and tall. Ooh. Okay. So that's looking like seaweed, I think. Looks a little more believable from what it was once upon a time. Alright. We're gonna kind of want to do that on this side too. Have some like nice seaweed blooms just to kind of to frame the picture. I just kind of want it to come up and frame our picture a bit. Here we are. Okay, we'll bring that cyan down just a bit. Right there. Very cool. Nice, alrighty. And then I'm gonna kind of continue that on over here. Very nice. So far, so good, I think. All right. So how's it looking on the camera? Is usually a good tell for me, just to kind of tell me like what is working, what isn't working. I sort of feel like this should be kind of like more green. We should just kind of lead into our coral reef. Perhaps get some really nice shadows going on over here. Perhaps I can just kind of remind myself to make it a little darkened from this end. Cool. All right, and then what else? What else? Another thing I kind of want to do, possibly before I get too deep into the painting, is I kind of want to add like bubble jet streams. Just kind of like little tiny bubble jet streams. I'm thinking if I mix up some like really light cyan paint, with a lot of white, I must stress that I do need a lot of white for this to work. This is gonna be kind of like messy. I don't know if this is the right brush for this. Let's just give it a shot. This brush is not quite bristly enough, so I'm gonna see if I have one that might actually work a little bit better. Definitely need one kind of like, I think this will work. I think this one that I have right now. No, not quite. Maybe if I wet it first? I've seen it done really well with, perhaps my paint's a little too dry. Definitely getting something, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Instead, I'm getting just like these little, streaks and things, and I'm not looking for that. I'm trying to get like nice. It's okay. Let's try that some more. Nope. Paintbrush I don't think this paintbrush is really bristly enough. I don't even think I have really any paintbrushes that have bristles that would work for this. Maybe I do. Maybe this one will work. I have no idea. This one's got longer bristles, perhaps. I feel like that would just make it harder to control. But they're too soft. These bristles are so soft I can't do it. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me nuts. Alright, do I have anything with coarse bristles? Really coarse bristles? I guess I do have these. They're not really that coarse. Oh, dude. What is wrong with that? I've got so many paintbrushes, but none of them really have. And I guess I have something like this. It's more fanned out. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. boy, oh boy. It's not working. I've seen people use like toothbrushes. I unfortunately don't have anything with coarse bristles, so I guess I'm just gonna have to settle on this. Just gonna pour a whole bunch of paint on there and then keep trying, make a giant mess of my hands, and we're getting into the finger painting territory over here. Nope. All I did was leave a giant line on my painting. Alright, that's okay. I'll just draw them in myself. I will use super fine tip brushes and paint in a whole bunch of little dots. Okay. Get a little cyan in there. It's just not as good because I like that randomness element that comes with using the kind of like that technique that I just tried to use, attempted to use, I guess. Because if you lay down the strokes manually, it looks too artificial. It just looks a little bit too artificial. And I kind of want like bubble jet streams, but I want them to be like... So I've got to find something. There's got to be something that'll work for this. Perhaps this? This is kind of whack looking. I'll try. I mean, it's worth a shot. There we go. Yeah, I just needed a coarse brush, really. So then from here, then I can start kind of like drawing in some of the ones that I want to be like a little bit more prominent. Okay. Nice. Cool. Yep, that looks good. Okay, that looks awesome. A little bit of that right there. A little bit of that there. Just kind of pepper some of it in there. Whoa, okay. Now we can get out that brush. Oh, man, I should have used that before I was eyeballing it. I didn't have like an actual coarse brush. But I was looking at this thing that I have. It's actually made for, it's actually made to use for like clay, to get like kind of like, I'm guessing, a hair texture or something. It's very coarse bristle brushes, but they're in a weird cone shape, and I'm just like, nah, I don't think I can use that. But gosh, I was missing out, dude. I was missing out. I should have used it before, but I didn't because my stubborn butt waited until I was struggling with like, I don't know, 5 different paintbrushes. Yeah, whatever. At least I got it though. At least we finally got it. It's like it was going way too slow before. I was like, why isn't the paint coming off? It's because it's not flinging it. It just wasn't flinging it. That was the issue. So some of these I can definitely like turn into more rounded shapes. And I can definitely add some of my own, but the important thing is to kind of like add that texture, like that bit. Yeah, it just works so much better when you actually have the stuff that you need. Just really need that coarse bristle brush, man. It was important. Just kind of that bubble jet stream. Bubble jets. All right. And we'll get the other side as well. Right near this turtle. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, so now that we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and look at it. Loving it, love the process. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's always, it can be a struggle. It's always such a strange thing because like I never know what I'm getting into. And I just kind of have to go for it if I have ideas, I guess. So I don't really know what I'm doing, just you just kind of have to roll with it. I mean, I've seen other people use like the flinging thing before, and it's like it's so difficult to control it, and it's like, but the end result, the cool thing about it is like it gives you this randomness that you can't achieve. It's too calculated if you just sit there and dot 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 dot. But if you fling it, it just kind of adds this randomness to the piece. It makes it a little bit more natural, a little less artificial. I just kind of saw a little thing that I just wanted to fix up over here. Just kind of wanted to make that a little bit darker and a little bit whiter. Okay, so widen that up a bit. Okay, now we can start adding perhaps some more green over here, and then we can wow, we can start wrapping things up, I think, because we are almost at 1 a.m. Holy moly. And then the next session I can really work on that coral reef then. That'll be fun. I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to study coral reefs for the next day until we get back into this, right? Alright, let's mix up a nice green color. We're going to try to make like a very natural looking green. super, just a very super dingy looking natural green. I might maybe have too much water in this. I don't really know. I feel like that could stand to be a little bit lighter though. Maybe. Not sure. Nah, I think it's alright. I think it's okay now. It's definitely not the same green as the other side, but I'm sure that's fine. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Get some underwater vegetation. Yeah. And then our coral reef, we're just gonna have that come through here. And then, I'm thinking like maybe, I don't know yet. Maybe I don't need that. I just kind of want to do some coral and stuff. And I'm really looking at the painting and just trying to see what more to add. I think I want to add something kind of in the corner over here. If you can see like that clam that I had finished up over there. I feel like I kind of want to add a little more something over there. But what? That's what I wonder. What do I want to add there? I kind of want to like, I don't want that perfect corner. There's just something about this corner and the way that the clam aligns. It's just almost not right. It's not framed right. Seaweed is kind of my thought. I think I kind of want to like add a little bit of seaweed. Maybe I should try doing that right now. I feel like that's gonna bug me. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We'll add cobalt blue and yellow. I love the cool theme. I just noticed it. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, it's the chill theme. It's kind of got like in the corners it's got that animated like bokeh, I think is what it's called. It's like this it's like glitter, but just really out of focus from the camera. And it's like in hexagon shapes, I think. I'll take a better look at it, but yeah, they're like in these, I think they're in like hexagons. And yeah, it's just kind of fun. It's just a fun little thing. I thought I could make like a nice little theme. Yeah, so it's kind of fun. Like, it's just a nice... I just did that just before, like, the stream. I finished it, like, so quickly. I had the backdrop and everything like that, and then all I had to do was, like, change the color of the little sun lion, and then change the color of the chat window. And then I was good to go, and then I was able to link it up into, I use a third-party thing called Trigger Fire. That's what I use for the for some of the rewards. Oh, super! Thank you so much for the raid. You guys are awesome. Hi, everybody. I'm actually about to take off, but I appreciate you so, so much. I can stay a little longer since you guys are here. Thanks so much for being here. My goodness. So right now I am working on this guy here. This is Glimmering Seabed. He's a little baby dragon of the ocean. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for being here. Right on. Right on. Yeah, so, and right now I have like this cool theme going on, and it's only like a once per stream redeemable sort of thing, so we're kind of stuck on it. But yeah, we've got like this nice little chill theme going on in my stream. And yeah, I'm just painting some seaweed in the corner here. We're trying to mellow out this corner. I just feel like there's something wrong about this clam just being perfectly aligned with this corner right here. So I'm trying to get that fixed. And then over here, I have ideas for coral reef. You can see all the paint all over my hand. I've been having a good time, you can tell. And been flinging some white paint so that I can get some nice bubble jets going on there. Very fun. So much fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for your wonderful compliments. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna stick around a little longer since you guys are all here. Thanks so much for being here. It means a lot to me. Making my whole night. Normally I stream from like, well, before I would stream from 11 to 2 a.m. But I've kind of like pushed my stream times back a little bit. And so like they're now 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. in my time zone, which is Mountain Standard, which I have no idea how your guys' time's looking. Yep. Some people will come here from the other side of the world because it's daytime. And yeah, I'm kind of doing that night owl sort of thing. Yep. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm like mixing up all this paint and it's all drying on me. I'm trying to work with what I've got here without you know, opening up some new paint that's been on for a while, and I think I'm just gonna end up letting some of this paint dry. Alright. I don't want to be wasteful. Yes. Alright. Ooh, that's much nicer. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. So we kind of need like really dark. I think I kind of want to use like a larger brush though. So I think I'm just going to search for a larger, what is it called? Filbert brush. Filbert paintbrush. Very awesome. Thank you. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's kind of have some of this like bleed in over here. Get a little bit of randomness. Alright. Nice. Okay. A little bit of texture here. Aw, thank you so much for the follow. Visuals. Is that how you pronounce that? Welcome, and thank you so much for the follow. It means a lot to me. Mr. Reed, hi. Hello. Welcome here. Thank you so much for your compliment. That is so sweet. I'm so excited about this piece. It's been in my head for a very long time. I have so many more ideas for it. I just want it to be like blooming with life. So my ideas are, I want to finish up this little sea turtle over here. And to kind of offset the shape right here of the tail, it's just so, you know, it's just such, your eye just goes straight to the shape of the tail. So I was kind of thinking to offset it just a little bit. I want to add like a nice little school of fish that kind of goes into the opposite direction and just kind of goes along there. Yeah, I think it'll be so much fun. I'm really excited about it. It's visuals. Oh, visuals. I'm so dumb. I should have put that together. Visuals. That actually makes a lot of sense. You can call me V. I like that. I like that a lot. That would be lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you heaps. It means so much to me to hear that. I just didn't know how much I was going to be able to get done tonight. I was like pretty much struggling with my tripod for a while. Kind of embarrassing. I'm kind of glad now that I'm like extending this just a bit, because it was ridiculous how much I struggled with my tripod earlier. It was like holding me up literally. I had to take like a break and put on the break screen. Because the tripod was like drifting to the side and I was just like, oh no. But yeah, pretty much got that fixed up. It's all fixed up. Alright, I need to mix up more green here because it's like all my paint is drying. This is all from like a couple hours ago. And the fact that this paint is still going is just amazing to me. Oh my gosh. I have a humidifier going in here. I live in the desert, so it's extremely dry here, naturally. And a humidifier when you acrylic paint is an absolute must. And this is something that I didn't realize until kind of recently. Gammy Loves Robin here got me this lovely humidifier. And it's just been working wonders for me. It's been incredible for the painting because all of this paint on my palette would have dried up 3 times by now. But I'm still using it, which is insane. Insane where I'm at. Okay, there we go. I'm struggling with my stream. Technology, you gotta love it for sure. For sure. You never really know what to expect. Especially if you like leave your stream the way that it is for a while and it's like you don't stream for like a few days or something like that, and then you come back to it and it's just like all the updates and everything just break everything. You ever get that? I'm sure you have. Oh. Do you do art streaming as well? Crypt Dragon, I remember you. I do, and I believe I'm following you. Let me check. Let me check. I'm going to check. Apparently, it won't let me check your profile right now. I'm trying though. Oh well. Do you know anybody that we should raid after this, you guys? Is there anybody in like your circle or anything that could use a raid? Because we're getting pretty close to time here, just considering I started 3 hours ago, a little over 3 hours ago. A little. So if there's anybody that you would recommend that we go raid, that would be awesome, and I'd be totally on board. Otherwise, we'll just go pick somebody at random. Or we'll see who I know is streaming. Do you have a suggestion? Who can we raid? And we're going to use a little bit of cyan over here. Cyan, cyan. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little chill and kind of quiet tonight, you guys. I know that seems like it's a little unfun, and I agree. It's just, I'm kind of in the zone, you know? Like, I'm just in this painting. I'm just so engrossed by what I'm doing. Not too many live for me. Most of them are in bed, my circle. Same, dude. Same. Alright, so I'm going to take a look myself. I think I can actually check from here. Let's give it a look-see. Oh, we might have some. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. My live channels. Pixel and Stitches. Oh, it looks like he's playing a game. All right, so Pixel and Stitches is playing Tinkertown. Do you guys like Tinkertown? Minecraft or Mass Effect Legendary Edition? Doesn't seem like there's any art channels right now. All of my art channel people, I mean, Pixel and Stitches is normally an art channel. He actually does, he's pretty cool. He does, like, he stitches patterns, and he sews, and he makes stuff, like, on his sewing machine live, which is, I think it's super. And he's very nice. He's awesome. Yeah. Hello, Koya. Welcome. We're actually about to kind of wrap things up soon. My paint's all drying up and is kind of impossible to work with for now. So, so we're probably about to go raid somebody. But I will show you what I have right here. This is Glimmering Seabed. As you can see, it's a little baby dragon in the ocean. All of this mess over here of like pink, I want to do a coral reef there. So right now, that's kind of just a big old underpainting. So we're kind of like in the midst of working with the background. For the most part, the dragon himself is pretty much complete. I do think I want to add some additional hues in the eyes, particularly. I think I want to add a little bit of magenta, but I'm not sure yet. I'm just going to work on the background until I get that figured out. I have a little sea turtle here. I want to add some fish. And so far what we did tonight was actually, I felt like it was pretty, productive. So what I ended up doing tonight was I finished up the seaweed here that he's kind of holding on to. I kind of like painted over this clam here, this giant clam. It was kind of bad before. Ooh, what's this? Let me check. Activity feed. Koya, thank you so much for the follow. You're awesome. Let me give you a follow. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. And let's see. So I kind of like am working on like this little like tube coral. What do they call that? Tube worms? I'm not an ocean expert. I'm just kind of winging it, really. And then I did all of this other seaweed over here, just kind of fading in the background in this session, as well as these bubble jet streams that I'm kind of adding here. The underpainting for the coral, of course, I did mention that. That's one that I worked on this particular stream in this session. And that's pretty much, I think that's pretty much all I tackled this time around. Normally, in the last many sessions, I've actually been working on the dragon. And I did very little in the background. I was mostly just underpainting, but we are adding life to the painting. It needs to be like blooming with life when before it's kind of like dead and desolate looking. There's so much more to do with this painting. So much more to do, but we've actually gotten in, like, I think we're in session part 10? That's, no, it should be 11, actually. I need to fix that. Yeah, because OBS didn't save that when it crashed. Okay. That's always fun. Technical difficulties, am I right? So anyways, yeah. So part 11. This is 11 sessions in, you guys. This is like a lot. It's been a lot of work. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. It's been like 3 hours and 20 minutes, so let's go ahead and give somebody else a raid. Let's go find someone. Do you guys think you would like Tinkertown? I don't see any of my art people on right now that are actually doing art. Everybody's just playing video games right now. I mean, it's late. Nobody wants to be up, you know, but goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll raid Pixel and Stitches. He's a very polite, wonderful person, and I think he would enjoy that. So let's set that up real quick. If OBS will respond here. Oh goodness, it's like gonna crash. Don't crash on me, please. You can do it. No, apparently not. Alright, so maybe I can do it from... Oh, nope. Here it goes. Here it goes. Let's give it a try, alright. Raid. Oh, come on, OBS. You can do it. I'm literally typing and it's not doing anything at all. So I'm going to have to go into the app. Oh wait, here we go. Pixel and Stitches. Alright. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Will it go through, OBS? Can we do this? Don't say goodnight yet. We're holding on to our britches here, hoping that my computer does not crash. But hoping that everything goes through. It doesn't look like it. It's not letting me do anything. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. And I will catch you on Thursday. Bye, you guys.